Hello, people. How is everybody doing? I see Mesosound, Sunny Ants, Ebola, Ramaspril, European Antkeeper, Milan, Goa, Thundertube, Martin. How is everybody doing? This is not Noda. This is the Diversa. How are you doing? Well, my voice is still a bit lower than normal, but at least I can talk. So let's hope that it will last for 2 hours. So, as you can see with the Diversa, one chamber completely full of brood. It's filled to the top. And the funny thing, I don't know why, but that's the butt of the queen right there. She is completely covered in eggs and larvae. So I might need to start thinking of another nest. It's a gypsum nest, yep. What kind of gypsum is not the question. Add another medium, they won't be able to fill a large with that brood. Nope, true. I want to add another gypsum because it's better for my setup probably. I need to check if I can add a medium over here and that it still fits in my vivarium. Because I'm not sure. I have to check. What did you learn from keeping them? I need tips. Make sure that you have a good setup with a good controllable humidity. Give them a steady supply of food. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Okay. I'm gonna brush the outworld, clean the outworld a little bit, and then we're gonna give them some food. So they are on this smiley tray. So I'm gonna put the smiley tray in the other outworld, and then I'm just gonna start collecting some junk out of this one. Okay, what am I doing? I'm getting a brush. A brush, a broom. There we go. Hey, Jake, what's up? Okay. I am going to take this fake bush out of there because They're making a mess. So I'm going to brush everything in the corner. And then probably not today, probably tomorrow when they are not angry at that pile of rubbish, I can actually take it out. Should we see if we can get a little trial going? Let's prep some food. By the way, guys, I was a little bit later because a few red runners got away, and I was kind of busy catching those. I don't want them in my house or in my production room. So I was catching red runners, just so you know. Got them all, though. Let's read some tests. How are the honeypots doing? Good. Well, 2 of the 4, because 2 died. Thoughts concerning a new age connection? Look at the DM. Okay, I will. Add another feeding corridor to the left. Yeah, but lengthwise, I also don't have a lot of space. But might be an option. Another annoying thing is I don't have the gray color anymore. Because that gray color is no longer available. Incoming smiley tree. Nice. Okay. Yes, I bought the same setup as you, only with medium. Yeah, true. When did you get them? Like, how many colonies have you when you got them? This is my 2nd colony, and I've had this one for a year, about something like that. Locked butt at me, man. Yeah, throw better a little bit, but still not 100%. Hunting red runners is just wild. True. Very true. Okay. Let's see if we can find some other ants to feed. What do you guys think? Hello, Todd. We are raising ants, as the title suggests. I just got a colony of fetching koi. Well, my queen is still not doing great, sadly. Okay, these girls actually have crossed the barrier. As you can see, there's one running on a lid and there's another one running right there. So I'm a bit scared. Well, scared. I'm not scared of ants, but I'm a bit careful with taking the lid off. So let's check out the colony first. Oh my. Oh my. Spot the queen. Can you find the queen? Yeah, you can DM me about the fetching koi. What is your opinion on Fedole Polydula? Because I bought one yesterday and it will arrive in a few days. If any tips on how to keep them? Polydula are very small. Later on in this live stream, we will be showing them because I also have a small Polydula colony. To be honest, I don't know the full care sheet of them because I got them as a gift, and I was not prepared. So I haven't read up yet on how to take care of them exactly. don't forget, guys and girls, we have a Discord where you can ask all sorts of questions. And we need a few more members, and then we are doing a giveaway. And it's really just a few, because we're doing a giveaway at 500 and we were at 495. So join the Discord and we will do a small setup giveaway, including worldwide shipping. So I am going to prepare a plate of food for them. Name one of your ants Pablo. The thing is that they are girls. I don't want to offend any Pablos by naming these girls Pablo. Pabloette. I'll think about it. So they are drinking the protein sugar water from Ant Mania, and they really like it. Hey, Worm, it's been a while. So I need to keep drinking a lot today. It's better for my vocal cords. You're getting black crazy ants. Nice. Good to see your channel is still going. Yep. Since January 2024. Okay. Let's go to the next colony, which is also a nice one, because we are doing a giveaway at 3,500 YouTube members or YouTube subscribers. It's going to be in EU only, because I am not able to ship them outside of the EU. But we are doing a giveaway with this amazing colony called Odontopanera denticulata. They were like, let's find a very, very long name. And look at this colony. They are exploding. We got a ton of eggs right here. We got larvae right here. We got bigger larvae here. And then we have tons of cocoons. So, damn. Let's see if we can get to the 3,500 so that we can actually give this one away. And it's going to be including this setup, of course. Where do you get your ants? I get them from 3 different stores. I get them from the Ant Merchant, which will sponsor this colony. This colony came from the Ant Merchant. Then we sometimes get ants from Ants Inc. Mania, which is also a Dutch shop. And then we also sometimes get ants from Ilias Insects. Ilias Insects is where our Lundies are from, our leaf cutters, and our clavata. So, Ant Merchant, Ants Inc. Mania, Ilias Insects. Let's see if these girls also want some sugar water. By the way, guys, did you see the last commercial? Are you guys ready for the nuptial flights? The idea came to me while I was walking my dog. I was thinking to myself, what if I find a queen right now? I have no idea how to take it home because I have nothing with me. So I thought, I need to think of something. What is a small container that we already have? What is something that is useful, what is fast, and what can fit in your pocket? So we made the nuptial queen, the nuptial keychain. It's a normal 5 milliliter vial. You can just screw off, put your queen in it, put the cap back on, and it's safe to go. It has ventilation holes. It has a keychain. So it fits on your keyring perfectly. They're in the shop now. They cost €1.75, but you get a free one for every order above €25. So be ready for the summer. You always have something. There's a small disclaimer, of course. When the queen is in it, don't put it in the sun. If you want to help them a little bit extra, you can put a little bit of wet cotton inside. And of course, this is a very, very strong vial, but it still is glass. It's not a hammer or something like that. So, ready on the website right now. The nuptial keychain. Oh, okay. They even got some mages in there to cut the stuff up. So, as you guys already saw in the picture, get your sunglasses out. It's time for a rapid expanding colony. It is, of course, my daughter's laziest Niger. And they are really going for it. They tucked it away in the corner right now. But there's a ton of eggs and cocoons and larvae. This afternoon, soil gecko, Stefan, was here. And my daughter was so happy to show them. So, while you are looking at this epic brood pile, I'll prepare them some food. Well, sadly, Stefan did not bring any of the juice. We still have some protein sugar from Antic Mania. But I have to start looking out for that stuff because we are approaching the expiration date. And then we'll be going back to our own sugar water. Do you still have the Venatars? Yes. And that's the next colony. The Harpegnathus venator. Harpegnathus venator. Such an awesome species. Oh, look at that, guys. We got this one is actually spinning a cocoon right now. How cool is that? You can actually see it turning inside of the cocoon. Megan, can I see the queen? From what colony? Because from the harps, we have never really been able to distinguish the queen, so it might even be a gamergate. And we got eggs, several stages of larvae. We got cocoons, more larvae, and that's it. Let's see if we got any food. Do you update your honeypots today? Yes. Okay, we have one small red runner in there. That won't be enough. So we're going to add some more. So the Harpegnathus venator are actually hunting themselves for the red runners, which is really handy. As long as they have water and a couple of red runners in the outworld, they are happy. I am now hydrating the outworld a little bit. You have to do that every once in a while. Where do you buy your feeders? My feeder insects I buy from a Dutch guy called Sam. If you want information for Sam, give me a DM on Instagram or join the Discord and I can help you with that. If you are from the Netherlands. I'm not sure if he ships EU-wide or not. The large one, maybe. It's hard to see. Because size-wise, they're all pretty much the same. And I have also never seen any wing scars. Okay, Hans-Alec. I can give you Sam's number. It's no problem. I already talked to him. Sam doesn't do Discord, so. Well, Megan from Ruiten. A lot of us are from the Netherlands. Because I'm also Dutch, but we try to do everything in English so that everybody can understand what everybody is saying. I think that's just fair for everyone. And yes, this is Carabera diversa. And I know that I already said it a couple of times. I need to do some updates on some nests from some different species like this one. This is our Camponotus vagus, and they have a big pile of brood, but we are still wondering if this is the best setup for them. I might want to give them a white tongue nest, because this nest is getting a little bit dirty. Megan, we talk English so that everybody can understand it. We don't want people to feel left out of the story. Do you know a species? Do you feed the diversa? Yes, I just did. It's on the white smiley tray. How often do you feed your diversa? When they were a little bit bigger, I fed them almost every day. Now I feed them 3 or 4 times a week. Do you know a species that doesn't get big but has polymorphism in workers? Ooh. It depends on how polymorphic that you want them. Because if you take some Pheidolae, they get majors, but it's still only 2 shapes or 2 sizes. We're gonna look at the nodas after this one. And the nodas have they have majors, but they're manageable. So let's grab the nodas. He kept snakes. Nope. Martin is the snake guy. Well, was the snake guy. Now, I like living in my house. And I need my girlfriend for that. And she does not like snakes. Not too happy to see this, guys. I don't see any brood with the nodas. Do you guys see brood? Yeah, you missed the harps, Jake. Hello, answer Lucas, Twitlights. Can nodas have more queens? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know. I'm looking around if I can find a queen, because I'm not really happy with how the colony is looking at the moment. There hasn't been a big die-off in the last weeks, but I also don't see brood. The diversa just had a die-off. I'm not sure why. But they are stable now, so I'm happy with that. But I really don't see any brood around here. But I also don't see the queen. What do you think of Pheidolae megacephala? I think they're overrated. I see a lot of people screaming for them, but I don't know. But then, to be honest, I'm not a big Fidoli guy. So don't forget, it's just my opinion. But yeah, the Tetras. Yeah, we'll show the Tetras in a bit because we actually have a couple of Tetras now. I made some more split offs. Which Fidoli would you recommend that isn't too hard to keep? Nodas. Well, Nodus. Noda is actually the old name for them. If you're not sure what to get, there's always some cool Campanotas out there. Most Fidolis are just smaller ants, and I have a lot of small ants. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, like the bigger ones really well. Solenopsis, how's the store going? Pretty good. Just released the new Nuptial keychain, which should be a fun thing to have. Fidoli can be devils. Yeah. Well, the Scuds are still coming, the tiny devils. So, need to keep an eye on these girls because I don't see any brood, but I also don't see the queen. So, we'll get back to these girls the next time. So, let's get you back to Carabera. And I'll grab one of the new Tetramoriums. Are you going to do videos on the Tetras or sell them? Because I love the vids. Well, we're going to have some vids about the Tetramorium again. So this is one of the split-offs. And as you can see, the split worked. And I want to find a cap real quick so that I can take the extra tube out because we don't need that anymore. So guys, this is one of the flex starters. Ideal for a quick tube setup. And as you can see, it fits a normal tube, but the 100 tube with 13 millimeters does actually fit inside of there. Okay, now it's nicely in there. And this is one of the double drinker tubes, which is now an extra. Let's give them something to smile about. Time for a smiley tray. Let's see. Are you gonna do vids? Yes. Is it possible to sell brood for me for my one queen colony, and how much longer will it be till they inbreed? The inbreeding, in my experience, it's about 500 workers. Then they started inbreeding with mine, but I started with a 7 queen colony. So it might be different for yours. And of course, it also depends on all the conditions. Humidity, temperature, food, nest space. So we changed the Discord a little bit in appearance, especially the help section, so that later on you will be able to look back at conversations that already ended, but you can still get the information out of it. So there was a question about feeding feeders on the Retinoponera metallicas. And if we close off that post, you can still find it later on and use the information. So inbreeding is quite seasonal. At a certain point, they'll inbreed at like 25 workers. Oh, okay. Well, guys, Antimatters is one of the Tetramorium wizards. So you have a question. He's your guy. Okay, let's grab another tower because we have some more Tetramorium. And I know it's always a hard thing to say, but I don't think it's worth brood boosting Tetramorium. Just have a little bit of patience and yeah, everything will be all right. So, flag started tower on the top. Messer Barbarous. Looking good. Claustral. So, no need. Second one. Another Barbarous. A bit behind. Still doing fine. Let's go down a little bit. Another Tetramorium. That's looking promising, guys. So, these girls would like something to eat. Let's take care of that. Why you keep some of the same ant species? Don't you want something new? Well, people like the content. But also this tower is for selling or giving away. So if somebody comes in, wants to start an ant colony, they can use something from this tower. So what I'm trying to say is that these colonies that you are looking at right now will never get really big in this ant room. He will be leaving before that. Cool. Are there red ants? We don't have any red ants. Antimatters, how can I simulate spring for them? Simulate spring. Oh, that's a challenge. Because you can do humidity and you can do temperature, but you can't do air pressure. Ooh. So this is another split off of Tetramorium that I made lately. And what's that? Eggies. And You're wondering, why do you have so many Tetramorium? Well, because I can. If I see a few queens in a tube that I can easily disconnect, why not? My Diversa are not doing good, so I bought a medium gypsum node. They will do better. Well, it is very easy to keep them hydrated in the medium setup, which should really help. Better question is, how did you separate them? Sometimes they are just is a queen running in the outworld, and you can just grab a few workers, and go. Sometimes they are in the double drinker tubes, and I'll just switch a tube out. Do you sell them on your website? No. Do I sell them on the Discord? Sometimes. Where did you get your Diversa? I got them from the Ant Merchant. Okay. Next starter. Does anyone know how Formica rufa ants work? One step at a time. So, scuds. Still don't want to move? Oh. Got to change that tube. There's no use in trying to get them to move to a really dirty tube. Let's fix that right away. Okay. Water, water, water. Okay, that's too much water. Crap. Formica rufa are hard and need Formica fusca workers or similar Formica. Yep. They are little bastard. They're home invaders. Oop. Okay. And there we go. New tube. Done. Old tube. Gone. Making another tray. How many workers of Diversa can fit in a medium? Such a hard question to answer. Simple answer would be 4 test tubes. If you have a test tube filled with water halfway, or sorry, 1/3, and there's 2/3 space for ants, you can fit 4 test tubes in there. On to the next. It's our itty bitty queen that doesn't want to do anything. Fetchin' koi, not doing anything. How much water did I put in a week? Depends on your cabinet. How dry does it get? The easiest thing is just to check the color of the gypsum. Wet gypsum is gray. Dry gypsum is white. If it's too white, it's too dry. It's as simple as that. We got some we got an active queen there. Let's see if we can get a food tray in there. Add and loam. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but get back in there, you. Soil. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Let me write that down. I'll do it at another moment. Fetch and koi soil. Fetch and koi soil. Soil as in cocoa, Pete. Do you know any shops you buy from that ship to the USA? Ants? No, because you can't. Setups? I sell setups to the USA. So let's check out our drop till friends, which are still not going. Damn it. Got your Tetras from EA. That's weird. Bugger. Okay. Pseudocolobopsis, which is still blue. We got one worker, a nice amount of brood, looking pretty good. Hey, Amber. They can't send it as a gift to you because it's live animals. You need paperwork for it. Have you tried switching the blue? Yeah, I gave them another tube. They won't move. By the way, guys, of course, last week I had no voice, so I introduced some music. How do you like it this week? Can you guys even hear it? I didn't even check. Hello, unspeakable name. Hi, how are the monos and the Carabera doing? Well, we haven't been to the Monomorium yet, and the Carabera are in the background. You can hear it? Cool. So guys, we are done with the first vivarium, except for the Lundies. So, let's do a Lundy tour. Trash Outworld. Oh, let's zoom out. Zoom out. Trash Outworld is getting, well, trashy. We are getting at a point that I would like to clean it. Then we have a problem. Check out that pile of brood. Or 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 that pile of brood. Or, well, we already started for the expansion. Because if we follow the line, let's go up. See if we can find some brood. It's bananas. It's just, this is my hand. So much brood. Follow them all the way. So, we learned from PJ that we should always give them rose petals. So I did. And we got some new vegetable leaves. Well, it's a plant of a vegetable. I forgot the name. And we got it from our friend Stefan, or Soil Gecko. And, well, they are liking the leaves a lot. So I filled up this whole container about half an hour before the stream. So it's already been crushed out. Doesn't mean it's all gone. No, they are cutting it up and then it will start to get smaller. But you can already see that they are chucking along with pieces of leaves and everything. But they just make small pieces and it drops to the bottom and they are just trying to get it up there. Yeah, well, I am giving them a lot of room, I know, but I made myself a promise. They are gonna get a humongous outworld, and then they are going to get the third pot, which I'm already have there, but I just need to pour the gypsum. So let's get over to the next cabinet. You can take a look at the Diversa eating again. And, well, should we start with the Monomorium? The Monomorium. Because we are actually testing something at the Monomorium, and I'll show you in a bit. Because the Monomorium... Oh, what are they doing? They have brood in here. They have brood in there. And they have brood in there. So, I think the Monomorium are doing okay. What do you guys think? I love monos. I have a Fergus colony with 3 queens. And this is also Sepacum. Monomorium Sepacum. Let's give them something that they really enjoy, and it's sugar water. These ones are doing pretty good, that's true. Oh, I made a mess. Of course I did. Of course I did. Let's get you out of there a little bit. So they got some sugar water. Now I just need to grab them some red runners. A bit too well. Yeah. What is Mono's Latin name? Monomorium Sepacum. So it's gonna rain some red runners. Bro's been feeding them cow or something. Now, Monomorium is also a small inbreeding species that can grow really fast. And when I got this, it was like a really big colony. You can see there's already 2 queens running around there. This is, I wasn't able to count them because I got them in a really big tube. It should be like a 12 plus queen colony. So hopefully they don't find a way out. Well, talking about that, we are doing some upgrades on the outworlds. Some of the outworlds, when enduring stress, the larger outworlds, when enduring stress, this will go open a little bit. And you can open up the screws, push it in, screw it back again, and that will help a lot. But we are now releasing an upgrade. So this will be on the newer outworlds really soon. We're doing some final testing with, of course, one of the escape artists, Monomorium. You now have an inside block, but also an outside block that will keep it together even better. So more on this soon. This is in the last testing phase. This will be sold on the new sets, but I'm also working on a spare parts department, so you can buy upgrades for your existing sets, and it will fit on the version 1 outworlds and the version 2 outworlds, and on the leafcutter setups. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot better. So more on this later. They are in the final testing stage. Okay, on to the next. Well, you gotta keep updating and upgrading. It's something that I owe my aunts and that I owe you guys. Backwards compatibility, yes. I want to try and help as many people as I can, and sometimes you find things that you can do better. But I try to think of ways that can be useful for everyone. Kind of need them in righteous red and awesome black. We can make that work, my friend. Be aware though, you have to open up the setup to do it. So, is it possible to do it with ants inside of the outworld? Yes. Is it a good idea? Not always. Color accents for the outworld 0.0. Yes, please. What do you mean by that? I cannot. It says on the website itself. I try to control the color as much as I can, but I can't. So, Lasius flavus. Just cute. Just cute. Carabera diversa is in the background between when we are switching colonies. But we will be switching it up for another colony really soon. It's almost time to get the bull ants out. Well, the Texas bullet ants, so it's kind of cheating, I know. Cute little yellow boys, yellow gals. My new proposed H connector solves many problems. Give it a thought. I will check it out later, Ebola. How many queens can be sustained in a flavus? You believe? I'm not sure. But I want to test it this summer. I got last year's flavus in my back garden, so. What is your favorite species? It's a question I got a million times. I can't answer it. I can't answer that because I love different aspects of ants. I love the teamwork of the leaf cutters. I like the size difference of the marauders. I like the hunting of the Neopanera. I like the looks of the Vagas, but also the looks of the Harpegnathos. Yeah, I can't pick one. Minimum, yeah, I don't have the monomoria minimum, and I'm also not looking for them. So now the last look at the diversas, because I will be getting the new Panera Filosa out now. And we're gonna need some space. And then I look through my cabinet while I'm picking up the Filosas, and I'm thinking, I forgot to say the awesome colors of the Metallicas. What is the smallest type of marauder? And I don't know, dude. I only have Diversa, so. Brood. We got a ton of cigars there, but we also got a lot of eggs and larvae again. So that's cool. More larvae over there. I saw some running with ants, with eggs right here. Where did you go? They are making a little bit of a mess in there. It doesn't help with the view. World's smallest ants is Carabera atami. Okay. To be honest, I'm getting older. I like big ants that I can see. I do like the These big girls. Oh, sneaky sneakies. Apparently, I left the lid a little bit open. And they are coming for me. There's one over there. There's one over there. Let's get the tweezers out. Let's prepare some food for them so that I can drop in some food. And they might be a little bit less, giving less attention to me. Okay, so we have 3 ants. 2. One just dropped down. Okay, let's go. That one dropped. You are going down. Okay, they're all downstairs now. I'm gonna give them live red runners. If you don't like to see them being hunted, now is the time to leave. Let's go. There we go. What species do you recommend that doesn't grow big but has different types of workers? Fidolinodas. Well, you can keep a lot of species smaller if you want. Redo the barrier. Yeah, but I don't want. I want to do talcum powder. Writing it down though. Barrier filosa. Barrier Rita. Okay, I am going to move the Diversa back to the vivarium. So that we can have the Velosas in the background. I have to be honest, guys, my voice is struggling a bit today. Hope it's okay for you guys. What happened there? Okay. Okay, I need to drink something because I am destroying my voice. So, what are your favorite ant species? Show the work on the third viv. There's no third viv yet. I need to make space first, but my kids have some vacation time. I don't have time for anything. I'm doing packages and that's it. Well, to be honest, I made the keychain, but okay. Next up. Let's go to our acorn ants. Clavata. No clavata today. We might go take a look at the bull ants, but not the bullet ant. Oh, it's getting less and less, guys. I think it's not looking very good for the dangleberries. See the amount of elates. It's elates everywhere. Also in the corridor. Escapee on the desk. I'm gonna keep feeding them and keep an eye out for them, but to be honest, guys, it's not looking good. Our dangleberries. Hey guys, it's Nico. Guys, give a shout out to Camper Nico. If you want to see an epic content creator, check out Nico's channel. How are you doing, Nico? I lost my voice 1.5 weeks ago, and it's still not back. Okay, on to the next. I'm gonna grab the Metallicas. I really want to see them. Getting back into the routines. Nice. How are the Lundies? You missed them. We have a little bit of brood with the Lundies. Just a little bit. So, let's see what is happening under this green lid. Ta-da. Damn, I love these ants. Queen is in the bottom left. There we go. So I actually have a problem. I don't have any fruit flies at the moment. So I am going to have to give them Red Runner. I also don't have other small insects. I just have Red Runners at the moment. And this is because my supplier for the fruit flies and the small crickets didn't deliver. So I am just cutting up a Red Runner and hope that the Metallicas will say, well, we're hungry anyway. My light setup is pretty easy, but I'll show you in a second. I heard they do have a gamma gate system. I haven't seen any gamma gates. I've heard about it. I've read about it. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it. But these ants are really nicely looking. The only downside about that is that they are so small. This is our small teardrop nest. And I would love to see some bigger ants, but at least they're doing epic. Numbers are growing. Still cocoons, larvae, eggs. So, yeah. Metallicas. In my opinion, a must-have. So, let's do a game of Guess the Species. What is this brood pile? What is your temper difference? It said it comes to... Nah, I got a 1 degree, yeah. I went from 24.5 to 25.5. Then sometimes automatically it goes up to like 26. By the way, you can see the color of the gypsum changing. It's a perfect example of dry gypsum, wet gypsum. Wait a second. No, not in the Megacephala, not Notice. It's Fedoli, that's right, but no, not Bicarnata. We talked about him earlier this stream. Somebody was asking for them. Polydula, yes. Polydula. Oh, they are taking the brood everywhere, so let's give them some peace and quiet. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Bull ants? You cheat. Should I grab the bull ants or what? Damn, not all at once. Oh, the big question is, do we have cocoons or not? Not yet. Not yet. There's some gray mites again, but as you can see on the inside, we have a lot of springtails that are keeping the gray mites out. You hit 100 subs. Congrats, dude. So again, we don't have any small crickets at the moment, so they are getting a small red runner. They had it before. They didn't mind. There was a worker from the beginning, Ebola. So I'm thinking of giving the clavata the same setup, giving her a medium nest, but probably with a smaller outworld. In comes the queen, guys. Such a boss. What a unit. Damn. Some big girls. There you go. What is the Latin name of this colony? This is Myrmecia periformis. The red runner went into the nest. Well, then one of the queen or the worker is going inside in a little bit. It's not gonna end well for them. How often do you view your colonies? Depending on the species. These ones, once every 2 weeks. Am I getting Myrmecia mixed up with the clavata? Yeah, this is the Myrmecia, not the clavata. The other red runner is also peeking into the nest. Okay, on to the next. Still have a couple to go, guys. Let's grab the Tetranators. Tetramorium bicarinatum with a little bit of brood. Holy smokes. It's almost time to connect a new nest. Your favorite Mimisia is Fulosa. I can dig those as well. So, a couple of queens in there. A ton of brood. Just ready to explode. These ones just keep growing non-stop if they have enough food, right? Yes. Yes. But they do occasionally have big die-offs. We had the same with this species. We went from 3 large nests to this medium. But as you can see, we're growing again. And this apparently is a bit of a winter cycle. So let's see if we can keep them a little bit bigger next winter. Because I would love to have a shelf full of these. Tetramorium by Carrie Adam. So, the tiny devils, aka Scutularis, gave them a new tube, put it full of sand. Because where do we keep everything? In the other tubes or in the outworld? You gotta love them. Freaking animals. With their heart-shaped gasters. Hey Emma, what's up? Metagastus scutularis. Try a wooden nest. I have another idea of a nest that they can destroy. But more on this in a later episode of F Around and Find Out. Yes, this is Metagastus scutularis, also known as Valentine's ants or scorpion ants, because when they get angry, they pull up their tail above their head as a little scorpion. And their gaster is actually, it's not their tail, it's the gaster. And their gaster is heart-shaped. That's why they are called Valentine's ants. But they are not sweet at all. They are little annoying buggers. They are always hungry. And they are always trying to get out. And they never succeed. On to the next. So, if one queen is not enough, you can always grab 5. Camponotus nicobarensis. Ooh. I have no colony more than one with more than one queen. Yep. Budget is a thing. Well, don't forget that YouTube is nice and all. Doesn't mean mean that you will earn a lot of money off it. So hard to find Mamesia ants. Yeah. Any major workers yet? No, not yet. The colony is too small. But we have a healthy brood pile. With a nice amount of queens. Meow. I like the apocalyptic bunny in there. Which small ant colony do you recommend that can have more queens? Lasius flavus. So, our cruentatus, our queen called Sadie. Where is Sadie? Well, Sadie is busy with preparing for AntCon. Busy bee. Just an addition for you. Marglacius flavus can get somewhat big with a lot of queens. Yeah, true. But I would like that. I would like a bigger flavus colony. Because they're cute. And they're not annoying. They listen. They get their food. They're happy. They are hippie-hopping around. Nothing bad to say about the cute little Lasius flavus. Officially, they are underground species. But to be honest, they are very active in the outworld all day long. Philosas nuptial flies in the USA. Should see them on the market soon. Cool. No, I agree. I'm still trying to raise a Lasius colony. Don't know The species last of one died successfully. Only successful colony I have right now is Formica. Well, the Formica fusca that we had left today, it went to our friend the soil gecko. So the Formica fusca is no longer in our vivarium. Are you guys ready for the honey pods? Honey pods. Honey pods. Well, half of the honey pods because the other half has passed. But look at this, guys. We got eggies and we got larvae. Myrmica sisters plus it up are in stock at NSQ. Favorite honey pods, but budget. Yep. I always love it when you see the gypsum hydrate under it. Plug it ups? No. It is Myrmica sisters. Semi-Rufus. I'm happy to see the larvae. Sadly, we had 4. And 2 queens died very strangely, so that's sad, but true. We need to get going on the setup. The basics of the design are down. I need to finish the design to make the gypsum mold so that we can start testing with these beautiful girls. Cinnablocks, what's up, my dude? Dude, my winter ad queen I caught died, but I have like 2 Brachymyrmex queens with wings, so probably not fertile now. So these ones are looking pretty nice. Okay. And some stuff. Let's go and check out the green weavers. Filosa. Look at this beauty. Oh, and she's looking at us. What you looking at? Huh? What, buddy? I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not your pal, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy. Damn. I'm also working on a setup for this girl. As I said, I'm a bit behind because my kids have in an emergent vacation. So I'm a bit behind on everything. But damn, she's so beautiful. That's true, Emma. Can't wait to see them weave. And I have such a cool idea for a nest. Damn. Okay, let's go from beauty to messy. Of course, we are talking about Messy Barbarous. Yeah, my voice is still not there, Rico. Luckily, I have some ants to comfort me. So there's been a lot of discussion on Mesobarbaras. So these ones will be getting an upgrade really soon, so that we can get some of the discussion out of the way on keeping seeds inside nests and stuff like that. So Cinnablocks, join the Discord. We need a few more people on Discord, and then we can actually do the giveaway. What's the count at? Can anybody tell me? I always forget where I can actually see it. One more member. Well, we're almost there. But whoa, 1 hour and 45 minutes. We did a quick run today. We did all the colonies. It is 25 degrees in my room at the moment. I was wondering why I was sweating my ass off, but that's why. Sips tea aggressively. I don't have tea. Okay. Is there any species that you guys would want me to run back to? Diversa. I'm not getting them out of the cabinet again, but I can squeeze you inside of the cabinet so that we can check the Diversa. Lundy, please. Okay, Lundy's. Okay, bring the cabinet to us. It's right there. It is right there. So, the Diversa is also one of the reasons why the brood is all the way in the back, because the nest is always standing with the brood against the heat mat. It's also a bit of a dark corner because the light is in the middle of the viv. But as you can see, the brood is doing good. And yes, that's a leaf cutter in the back. Well, so leaf cutters, the Lundys, the brood machines. We got brood. Brood. I didn't even see that before. Brood. We follow the trail just to head to brood. Guess what? Ants. Don't forget, Crafty is also on the website. Articulating ant as a toy. Craftyant.com. Here's some XL nest gypsum drying there. I have some of your large pots. How do you clean the trash out? Well, you can do it in two different ways. You can do it by hand with a gardening set or tweezers, but I use the gardening set. Let me grab the big shovel. So, gardening set. And then you can just scoop the stuff out or completely disconnect it, clean it out, and put it back. I need to do it with this pot because it's getting dirty, and also with one of the pods inside of the vivarium. But I'm gonna do that when I'm gonna connect the large outworld, so that I can actually switch them around. Should I beg my friends to let me have Discord, to join your Discord? Well, if you hurry, we're going to do a giveaway. Do remember that there is an age limit or an age requirement for Discord. I'm sorry, it is by law. If you tell in the Discord that you are younger, I have to ban you from the server. It depends on the country, but I think the age at the moment is 14. So if you're not 14 and you're going to join, somebody knows that you are not that age, I have to kick you from the server, or the server can get closed. Let me check real quick what the numbers are. Beep, beep, beep. Rules. 13 plus, and it can differ. 13 plus, so from 14 and older. What 3D printers do you have? A black one. Now it's gray. Now I use Bambu Lab. So 1 hour 15 minutes. But for today, it's enough, guys. My voice is not liking this very much. So I'm going to flip the camera. Hello. Damn, my face is red. So, thank you all for joining, of course. Don't forget, we now have the Nuptial keychains in the store. What is it? It is a container that you can put on your keys so that you always have a container with you for the nuptial flights. You won't see a queen running around and think, I have nothing to store them in. So just grab one and you can put it on your keychain. We have the colors black, white, green, and orange. And if you spend 25 euros or more, you get a free keychain. Else it is €1.75. So almost nothing. Well, thanks for joining again, Nico. We need to have a talk. Nah, just wondering how you're doing, mate. Give me the freaking keychain with the freaking shipping. Yeah. I can't help it that you live on the other side of the world, dude. You can get one with the next order. Yes, it's gonna be in stock forever and ever because they're epic. Yeah, let's talk, Nico. Of course, dude. So, thank you all for joining, and I'll see you next time at the crafting app.